Welcome back to the MbaguMedia Tech Talk podcast. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that pulls back the curtain on Silicon Valley's inner workings, moving beyond the usual narratives of innovation and disruption. We're talking about the powerful, and often unseen, gay network that operates at the highest echelons of the tech industry.
It's a fascinating subject, and one that Zoë Bernard's reporting has really brought to light. The idea that beneath the surface of meritocracy, there's this deliberate, strategic apparatus for career advancement and influence is quite profound. It makes you rethink how much of Silicon Valley's success is truly about the product and how much is about the people and their connections.
Exactly. Bernard spoke with 51 individuals, a significant number being gay men in positions of power, to map out this network. It's not just about friendships, it's about a system that quietly shapes funding, hiring, and ultimately, which technologies and companies rise to the top. It forces us to confront this paradox of an industry that champions diversity yet harbors such deeply entrenched, albeit subtle, exclusionary networks.
And the focus on the upper echelons is key here. We're not talking about entry-level positions, we're discussing founders, VCs, and senior executives, the people who hold the real power. It's a phenomenon not entirely new in history, with parallels in finance or law, but the Silicon Valley context, with its unique blend of progressivism and fierce competition, adds a specific layer of intrigue.
Absolutely. The reporting moves beyond just identifying the network's existence to dissecting how it operates. It's about understanding the strategic advantages and unique challenges faced by gay men in leveraging such a system within this specific landscape. The why behind its formation is crucial because it reveals that success is as much about who you know and who knows you, as it is about what you know.
Let's dive into those mechanics then. How does this network actually function on a day-to-day basis? Is it just informal mentorship, or is there something more structured at play here?
It's definitely more structured than informal mentorships. It's a system of sponsorship, access, and opportunity creation. Think about the immediate trust that can form between individuals who share a common identity and have navigated similar societal challenges. This shared background acts as a powerful accelerant for relationship building, bypassing many of the usual social hurdles one might encounter.
That makes sense. So, when someone within this network vouches for another, it's a significant endorsement. It's not just a casual recommendation, it's coming from someone who has already proven their credibility. This must open doors that would otherwise remain firmly shut for promising individuals.
Precisely. And it significantly reduces information asymmetry. In the fast-paced tech world, crucial deal flow, early-stage funding, and access to executive roles are often closely guarded secrets. This network acts like an informal intelligence agency, ensuring its members have access to this information before it becomes public knowledge.
That's a critical distinction from older networks, like the old boys clubs in finance. Those often relied on inherited wealth or social pedigree, whereas this seems to be built more on shared experience and demonstrated professional skill, albeit within a specific demographic. What about ensuring people get noticed?
That's where the visibility imperative comes in. Members actively ensure that talented individuals within their circle gain the necessary exposure. It's about strategically placing people in situations where their contributions can be recognized by the right influential figures, not about premature promotion.
And this must be invaluable for navigating the often opaque gatekeeper systems in recruitment and investment. Think about HR filters or VC analysts. This network can help bypass or influence those channels, getting a candidate or startup directly in front of decision makers.
Absolutely. There's also an implicit vetting process. Members are likely identifying individuals who not only have talent but also align with their vision or understanding of the ecosystem. It's about ensuring a shared understanding and mutual benefit, not necessarily creating a homogeneous group, but one that functions effectively together.
So, it operates within existing structures rather than outside them, leveraging power rather than necessarily dismantling it. The phrase, quietly raising up, really captures that behind-the-scenes influence, nudging careers, and shaping opportunities subtly but powerfully.
Exactly. Now, let's transition to a really crucial aspect, the balancing act between identity and ambition for gay men in these high-stakes environments. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
It truly is. On one hand, there's the natural human desire for connection and professional camaraderie. On the other, there's the lingering fear of exposure and the need for discretion, especially in an industry that, despite its progressive image, hasn't always been welcoming.
This need for privacy can directly inform the network's operational secrecy. It's not necessarily about hiding out of malice, but about navigating a professional landscape where openness about identity could, and sometimes still can, have repercussions. This intertwines personal discretion with professional networking strategies.
And then there's the added layer of scrutiny. Gay professionals might feel they're under a different kind of spotlight, making performance and perception even more critical. In this context, a supportive network can be a crucial shield against bias, or conversely, an amplifier for their successes.
That's a great point. We also have to consider the impact of internalized homophobia, which can lead to hesitancy or a reluctance to fully engage, especially if the network feels like it demands a certain performance or conformity. It adds another layer of complexity to their participation.
And the potential token effect is significant. Individuals might feel immense pressure to represent their entire community, which can influence their willingness to join any network, let alone one that might be perceived as exclusive. This can inadvertently place additional burdens on members.
There's also the risk of exploitation of perceived vulnerabilities, but conversely, the network might be identifying and supporting individuals who could be overlooked due to societal biases related to their identity, offering them a pathway that wouldn't otherwise exist.
This brings up a critical question: are there risks of exclusion within the network itself? Even within a group defined by shared identity, subgroups or unspoken criteria could limit opportunities for some gay men. It highlights the complexity of any network, regardless of its foundation.
Ultimately, for individuals involved, it's an ongoing negotiation of identity and professional ambition. The network offers support, but its existence also underscores the persistent challenges of identity, belonging, and equitable opportunity within the tech elite. It's a constant balancing act.
Let's broaden the scope now to the wider implications. What does this network mean for power dynamics and the overall trajectory of Silicon Valley?
This is where it gets really impactful. The network's ability to influence the concentration of capital and talent is profound. When influential individuals share common interests and trust, their collective decisions on funding, hiring, and partnerships can steer the direction of innovation and investment significantly.
So, it's not just about individual success stories, it's about shaping the entire ecosystem. Which companies get funded, which startups are acquired, which leaders rise, these are all influenced by the network's collective decisions. It actively steers the direction of innovation.
Beyond the tangible flow of money and talent, this network also has the potential to shape industry narratives. The types of companies championed, the technologies prioritized, and the leadership styles celebrated can all be subtly influenced by the shared perspectives within the network. This directly challenges the myth of pure meritocracy.
It really forces us to question the idea that talent and innovation are the sole drivers of success in Silicon Valley. The existence of such a well-established network suggests that access, endorsement, and strategic positioning play an equally, if not more, significant role. It's a powerful reminder of how influence is wielded.
Drawing parallels to other historical networks, we see a pattern of industries being quietly steered by groups with common interests and trust. The ripple effect of decisions made within this gay tech network can extend globally, influencing economies and societies through the technologies it helps develop.
This raises important questions about accountability and transparency. The discrete nature of this network creates a tension with the increasing demand for openness and equity in tech leadership. It's a difficult balance to strike.
The emergence of this network can also be seen as an evolution in how power is consolidated in tech, a shift from older, rigid structures to a more fluid, relationship-based model, albeit one with its own exclusivity. Understanding this network offers a form of predictive power for future industry trends.
It's not just a social construct, it's an active force shaping the future of technology and its global impact. So, looking ahead, what about the sustainability of these discrete networks in an era that increasingly values diversity and inclusion?
That's the million-dollar question. Will this model persist, or will it need to adapt to evolving societal expectations and industry pressures? Generational shifts are also likely to play a role, with younger gay professionals potentially approaching networking and power differently.
And the increasing visibility of LGBTQ+ individuals in mainstream society and tech could fundamentally alter the need for such a discrete network. As the environment becomes more accepting, the perceived need for a self-protective network might diminish.
However, the lessons learned from its formation and operation could hold significant potential for broader inclusivity. Can the strategies for mutual support and advancement, honed within this specific group, be adapted to foster more equitable opportunities for all underrepresented groups in tech? That's a key insight.
The role of technology itself in network formation and dissolution is also fascinating. Digital platforms can both facilitate these communities and expose their workings to a wider audience, creating an ongoing challenge for transparency. It's a complex dynamic.
While the network offers tangible benefits to its members, there's an ongoing debate about whether such discrete structures are ultimately healthy for the broader industry, particularly concerning true meritocracy and equal opportunity. It's a delicate balance.
What can other industries learn from this story? It offers profound insights into the enduring nature of power, the interplay of identity and ambition, and the evolving landscape of influence. It challenges traditional notions of who deserves success.
It highlights how networks, built on shared experience and strategic connection, can redefine merit. Ultimately, it forces us to confront the ethical considerations, the balance between professional advancement and the principles of fairness and equal opportunity for all. This narrative is still unfolding.
And that brings us to the industry's reflection, the ongoing debate between meritocracy and networked advantage. Opinions vary, of course, on whether such networks are healthy for the broader industry.
On one hand, prioritizing connection based on shared identity over pure merit can inadvertently create barriers for others. It's the inherent tension between a tight-knit support system and the push for broad-based equity. That's a valid concern.
But then, we must remember the context. These individuals often forge their paths in environments not designed for them. The Old Boys Club was about inherited privilege, while this network's origin story is about carving out space where it wasn't readily given. It's a different motivation.
The real question might not be if such networks can exist, but rather, how their undeniable effectiveness can inform more inclusive practices across the board. That's a key takeaway from the reporting.
Think about the strategies employed: deliberate trust cultivation, rigorous vetting, strategic amplification of talent. These are powerful tools for professional development. Could these mechanisms, broadened to encompass diverse experiences, become a blueprint for a truly equitable tech ecosystem?
It's a compelling thought experiment, and Bernard's work implicitly invites us to consider it. Her reporting doesn't just expose a hidden network, it offers a case study in the human dynamics of power, ambition, and belonging on the grand stage of technological innovation. It's a story that's still unfolding.
And that brings us to the conclusion. The story of Silicon Valley's influential gay network isn't just an exposé, it's deeply interwoven with the fabric of modern technological advancement. It compels us to look beyond the products and headlines at the intricate human relationships and power structures driving success.
We've seen how shared identity and lived experience forge bonds of trust that accelerate careers, granting access and influence in ways traditional hierarchies often fail to. This network, born from navigating challenging landscapes, has developed sophisticated mechanisms for sponsorship, information sharing, and talent amplification.
But as we've discussed, this power comes with complexities. The delicate balance between identity and ambition, the potential for both support and exclusion, and the tension between discrete operations and the demand for transparency all highlight the nuanced reality. The broader implications challenge the myth of meritocracy and show how concentrated influence can shape entire industries.
Looking forward, the sustainability of these discrete networks in an era focused on diversity and inclusion is a major question. Yet, the insights from their operation, the power of strategic connection and mutual support, offer valuable lessons. The challenge is adapting these strategies for broader inclusivity.
The goal should be ensuring that the lessons learned in carving out space for one group can pave the way for a more equitable ecosystem for all. The enduring echoes of networked influence in Silicon Valley remind us that understanding how power truly operates is essential to navigating and shaping the future of technology.
And that wraps up our deep dive into the unseen architects of Silicon Valley. We've covered the mechanics of connection, the balancing act of identity and ambition, the broader implications for industry trajectory, the future of influence, and the critical reflection on meritocracy versus networked advantage. It's clear this network, while operating discreetly, has a profound and lasting impact.
Absolutely. The summary table highlighted key factors like network formation and trust, career advancement, power dynamics, identity navigation, and sustainability. It underscored the strengths like accelerated trust and access, alongside challenges such as potential exclusion and the need for transparency.
Indeed. The insights into how shared experiences foster immediate trust and how these networks provide critical access to information and opportunities are invaluable. Conversely, the challenges of navigating identity under scrutiny and the potential for internal exclusion are significant hurdles that need ongoing consideration.
And the implications for industry influence are massive, shaping capital flow, talent acquisition, and even the narratives that define technological progress. The challenge of maintaining transparency while operating discreetly is a constant tension.
The potential for these effective strategies to inform broader inclusivity efforts is perhaps the most hopeful takeaway. Adapting the lessons learned from this specific network could be a blueprint for creating a more equitable tech ecosystem for everyone.
It's a complex, ongoing narrative that offers crucial, sometimes uncomfortable, insights into the hidden mechanisms of power and the future of influence in our rapidly changing world. Thanks for joining us on this exploration.
Thank you for tuning in to MbaguMedia Tech Talk. We'll be back next time with another deep dive into the world of technology. Until then, stay curious.